An Onalaska native takes aim at one of the biggest moments in his life. Lucas Harrow says he's ready to represent Team USA at the World Para Archery Championships next month in the Czech Republic, where he could qualify for the 2024 Paralympic Summer Games in Paris. And on this International Olympic Day, this fierce contender reflects on his journey as he nears another significant milestone. His aim?
You're shooting from 50 meters, so half a football field.
Dialed in.
And you gotta hit a cantaloupe 72 times over.
His focus?
Para World Championships, July 13th in Pilsen, Czech Republic. And I'm hoping to podium there and earn a quota slot for the United States for 2024 Paris Paralympics.
Straightforward. His strength and the inspiration from which he draws, not what you might expect.
June 30th was the anniversary of my accident. I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary of my accident.
10 years since Lucas Harrow suffered a spinal cord injury while out boating with friends. An injury that left his legs and parts of his arms and hands paralyzed. Lucas first describing to me in 2014 the moment that forever changed his trajectory.
When I hit the water and when I hit the log, I actually didn't get knocked out, so I consciously drowned. You know, I was laying there, well, basically hoping someone was going to find me.
Instead of focusing on what was lost, however, Lucas looks to the passion he picked up roughly 2 years ago and the mindset he's now found.
Having to cope and deal with my accident and some of the experiences that I've had and rehospitalizations post-injury, and I think that's helped me when I'm on the line shooting in a competition in terms of overcoming adversity or overcoming something that, hey, that didn't go the way I wanted it to, but we're going to reset and we're going to send another arrow, right? There's nothing I can do about that. We're going to send another one. And so, yeah, I try to just clear my mind and go through my shot process and be very much in the moment.
What you were talking about there it sounds like a metaphor for life.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's living in the moment, right? Like, you can't control what's already happened. You can't sit and try and focus on that. It's only going to frustrate you. There's nothing productive that comes of that. I spent a lot of years and this hasn't been just a happy rainbow sunshine journey. I've had some really dark days in the last 10 years. I shouldn't be here. I should be dead. We never should have had that interview 10 years ago. So the days where I feel sorry for myself, where that inner voice starts to come in, and we all have this, you know, oh, this is too hard, it's too hot, I'm too tired. You need to actively create that other voice to combat that. You don't know what I'm made of. You don't know what I can do.
Yeah, we can't wait to see what he can do. Lucas is, as his father Mike tells me, quote, very dedicated and tough as nails. Now, in part 2 of our conversation coming up tonight at 10, Lucas shares his thoughts on the next 10 years and what motivates him each and every day. And you can follow his performance at the World Championships through a link in this story on our website, wxw.com. Of course, as you might expect, global competition comes with a high price tag. Lucas is just one of a few athletes competing at this level in the W1 classification, meaning his paralysis affects his upper body as well and requires help from an assistant. He says 60 to 70% he is 60 to 70% of his way toward his season goal, and thankful for the community support so far, but can still use some help. So on your screen is a QR code that takes you directly to Lucas's fundraising site. We'll also have that link on our news app and website. Just 10 years separating a brush with death and a date with destiny, as Onalaska native Lucas Harrow now prepares to compete in the World Archery Para Championships in Pilsen, Czech Republic next month. Now, Lucas continues training daily to prepare his body and mind to vie for a podium spot, which could qualify him to compete in the 2024 Paralympic Games in Paris. His outlook now much brighter as he looks toward the competition that will begin 2 weeks after the anniversary of the accident that put him in a chair. Next Friday marks 10 years since Lucas was paralyzed in a boating accident. But on this International Olympic Day today, he sat down with me to talk about the future. We're here 10 years from where we were. 10 years from now, what are you doing?
It's a great question. My honest answer to that is I don't look into the future. I don't do that anymore. Before I got hurt, you would have said, hey, Lucas, what are you going to do 10 years from now? And I would have given you a whole list of things that I'd be doing, or that I'd like to be doing, or would hope to be doing. if I've learned anything from my spinal cord injury, it's that I have no idea what's going to happen in my life.
Did you ever think that you'd be thinking about competing at an Olympic Games 10 years after that?
Not in a million years, no. Completely inconceivable. I couldn't feed myself for the first 6 months. From not being able to feed myself to going and potentially competing, to going and competing on an international level on the world stage, representing my country on the world stage, wearing our stars and stripes on my shoulders, that feels awesome. I have this hanging up in my bedroom. It's right in front of my bedroom mirror. So every time I wake up in the morning, I remind myself, you're actually doing that. You came from where you were to not being able to move your arms, to representing your country, your community on a world stage, because a lot of days it just doesn't feel real. But the more I look at it and the more I wear it, the better it feels, and the hungrier I get, and the more that fire grows. And we're going to bring the thunder when we get to Czech Republic, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're excited to help cheer Lucas on at the 2023 World Archery Para Championships, again in Pilsen, Czech Republic next month. You can follow along with all the action through a link in this story on our website, wxw.com. And as you might imagine, competing at that level comes with a lofty price tag. Lucas is just one of a few athletes competing at this level in the W1 classification, meaning his paralysis affects his upper body as well and requires help from an assistant. He says he's 60 to 70% of the way toward his season funding goal and thankful for all the community support so far, but can still use your help. On your screen is a QR code that takes you directly to Lucas's fundraising site. We've also got that link on our news app and website.